Hi, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out onto this webinar on this late evening or morning or afternoon, depending upon where you are around the world. We're going to talk about, first of all, some of the updates that's been happening in PowerOn Xpress since the Bangkok event. And my name is Faith Sloan. Let's talk about compliance first of all. I've seen some websites out there and they have XeCoin and ABC coin and DEF coin and HIJ coin all on one site, and we can't do that because when one deal is a bad deal or something is wrong with it, people are going to think it's the same thing as XeCoin. So please stop that. Get XeCoin off of that website. Number two, you cannot utilize the PowerOn Xpress or any of their trademark terms, EXERGONIX or neighborhoodpower or coda energy or biooctave. You can't use them on any website whatsoever. I know we are all anxiously and patiently waiting for the replicated sites to get to us. Right now, they aren't here. I don't have a timeline for that, but I do know that Jay Nolan, our new master trainer, is putting together this awesome system that was actually demonstrated at the event in Bangkok, and it's going to be awesome. I mean, when you log into that system, there are step 1, step 2, step 3 in terms of steps to success. There's awesome training back there. There's an autoresponder. There's many landing pages and lead capture pages, and so you're just going to have to wait till we get more information on that. They were almost finished it, and I'm just hoping by next week they will have that in your hands where you can make a choice as to whether it's a tool that you like to use. In terms of the trading platform, the XEU internal trading platform, we were jamming in there the week before the Bangkok event, and they had to pull it down. And we were buying XEUs and XeCoins and making money and creating more and more XeCoins. But the one problem is there was a little bug in the product. So what they've done with that is they had to pull it down, and by March 10th, they're going to have that baby up and running again for us. So be patient. Today is just March 7th. Now, that's it with that. Now, there was a demo. They showed our awesome, let me turn this off. Yes, they showed our awesome web wallet. And many of you who are already in Bitcoin, who already have Bitcoins, who already have other types of altcoins, you have seen these wallets, correct? But you've never seen a web wallet like what we have today. It looks like a mutual fund tracking tool. There is a biomembrane or biooctave fund. There's an energy fund. There's a carbon credits fund. There's a vertigo fund. So we're going to have all of these funds, and you're going to see graphs and charts that are specific to those particular products broken down in various funds. It is awesome. And of course, I raised my hand and I asked the question, what about mobile? They said, we knew you asked that question. It's right on the way. So once they put the trading platform back up, and they launched this unbelievable web wallet that I was floored by, being a techie nerd and a currency exchanger and a miner. And once they give us those, then they're going to come out with the mobile wallet as well. Let's see what else. Yes, there's going to be an event in Cyprus. I'm not sure I'll be able to make that because it's going to be in April, and that's just not enough time for me to get away from some of the things I'm already committed to. But I do plan on being in Pattaya, Thailand, which is the third event, and that's going to be in May. Let's see what more. Yes, the biooctave product, that is the soil. I'm going to talk a bit about that on the business opportunity call here. A biooctave product is in our hands. So if you stayed a little later than usual for the to the end of the event, you should have that in your hands right now today. So it's all packaged, it's branded, it's looking great. And some people right now are doing some planting and do some comparison. But do not put those comparisons up in Facebook or any social media or on a blog. They're going to build a website where we can actually submit our testimonials about the BioArctis product. So we just have to be a little more patient. Now, what you can do in terms of compliance, you can create an article about renewable energy. You can write an article about cryptocurrency generically. You can have people, maybe at the end, you'll say, if you're interested in an asset back or commodity back cryptocurrency, then contact me. You can do that, but you cannot put their name out there on any of your sites or blogs at this time. If you want to create lead capture pages or splash pages or videos or marketing material, you've got to send it to corporate. So go to your back office and support, show them what you have, and I'm not sure how long it'll take for the approval process, but that is what we have today. Okay? So with that said, let's get started. PowerOn Xpress. I like to call it Business 2.0 because what we have here is something that is unheard of in the industry. We're going to talk about delivering smarter energy and the digitization of cryptocurrency. Our vision, when we're talking about Xergonix and PowerOn Xpress, is to create a better, cleaner, and cheaper way to provide energy all around the world. And the rhetorical question is, are you plugged in? Why, of course you are. We all are. From our cell phones to our cars, our homes, our schools, and even our sources of food. Without energy, we are literally powerless. Our whole existence depends on production, distribution, and consumption of energy. I tell you, you've heard that there are some things in life that we are sure of, and number one is that we will die. Number two are taxes, and now number three is energy. It is not going anywhere because it is essential for all of our livelihood. When you're looking at an investment or when you're looking at something to get involved with, when you're looking at a business, you want to look at whether their business model, their products and their services are in a disruptive market or in a disruptive industry, because that is going to increase your probability of succeeding. So we've got blockchain technology, which is huge. We've got cryptocurrency there. Energy storage. Many of us don't know about energy storage. Like I'm going to tell you, there are multi-billions of dollars being spent in Germany, in Japan, in China, in the United States, and many other countries. All of these different industries, they are looking at this and they are spending money. This is our opportunity to get in on the ground floor, to be the trendsetters when it comes to a real disruptive industry. And I'm going to show you a bit more about that. Network marketing, there is a rumor that network marketing is dead. I don't go by rumors. I don't listen to blog talk. I listen to researchers, the think tanks that are out there. I listen to people who are actually in the industry, and then I want to see some data to back up your claims, and we're going to talk a bit about that. So phase one is where we are today, where we're going to digitize energy. You're like, what is that? It sounds like a bunch of big words, but it's taking energy plus the blockchain, which is cryptocurrency, and that, my dear friends, will be your future. See, cryptocurrency, I remember the first time someone told me about Bitcoin back in 2009, and listen to this story. This is what happened to someone who have their ears closed and their eyes closed and really don't see anything. They've got blinders on. So this is what I said. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. We're going to continue to use fiat currency, the Vietnamese dong, the United States dollar, the nickels and the pennies. We're going to continue to use the Great Britain pound. We're going to be using the Nigerian naira. And when you look at the Congo, for example, they're using something called M-Pesa. If you look at China, you're going to see unbelievable use of the Bitcoin. If you go to your local store, which I have here in the Chicago area, I'm at a joint trying to get a gyros or Italian beef. There's a Bitcoin machine there, so I missed out on that. They were giving me these coins for nothing or for 1 cent, and I thought they were insane, so I didn't take advantage of it. Now Bitcoin, their market capitalization is beyond an all-time high of over $16 billion as of February 2017, last month. It started at 1 cent, is now between $1,200 and $1,300, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, am I kicking myself? No, I was for a bit. But now I know that you keep your eyes and ears open and you look at what the trends are and you look at what they're doing in the corporations and in the back rooms with the smoke-filled back rooms. You have to look at that because I tell you, they know what's going on. Moneyed people knows what's going on. The institutional investors, the financial entities, the government entities. See, Bitcoin, we are not trying to disrupt Bitcoin. We are not saying we're going to be the Bitcoin killer. We're saying thank you, Bitcoin, for disrupting the concept of money, and thank you for opening the doors for other digital currencies such as XeCoin. Just like Bitcoin, just like the dollar bill, the value is based upon supply and demand. But what none of those guys have, the altcoins and the Bitcoins and even the dollar bill has, is that it's backed by a hard asset. XeCoin is 100% underwritten by stored energy generated from current and future assets and revenues of Xergonix, creating a currency finally with a true intrinsic value. And I'm going to talk about the intrinsic value and what it's based on. It's based on energy, storage, and any other products and services that's going to be created by Xergonix. In 2017, this is a quote, we expect the global market for storage capacity to grow 47% from the already record-breaking year in 2016 in terms of new storage capacity deployed. Now, Navigant is a think tank. They're a research organization, well respected in businesses throughout the world. And this is what they said. Through 2020, over 29.4 gigawatts of new storage capacity to be deployed worldwide across all industry sectors will have a compound annual growth rate of 60%. One of the things that I'm guilty of in dealing with a lot of programs and a lot of companies that I've dealt with in network marketing, and not only network marketing but your traditional businesses, is I didn't do enough due diligence. They promise us the world, they promise us all of these products, and we get left holding the bag of emptiness. So I decided before I got involved with PowerOn Xpress, I want to see who this guy is, this Don Nasanka guy, the chairman, the president, and CEO. Can he do what is being promised? Have he ever done it? Does he have the experience? Does he have the Rolodex? Well, shucks, he was born in Sri Lanka. When he became of college age, he had one suitcase and he came to America. He has his Bachelor of Science, I believe it's in Industrial Engineering. Don't quote me on that, but he has his Master of Science in Industrial Management. He was an intern at a company after he came out, after he graduated, and he planned to be an intern, and then he was going to make his way elsewhere. 12 years later, he was still at that company. But when he walked into their office and told them, hey, I am going to leave, they thought he was joking and laughed at him. He says, no, seriously. One of my goals in life is to create my own company, and I need to do that. And he's in his 30s around this time, right? He's in his 30s. Early 30s. So what he did was he was the founder of CoCam America. They were creating these lithium batteries, and then Dow Chemical, you've heard of Dow Chemical, a multi-billion-dollar company, took a look at what he was doing, and they purchased and acquired for billions of dollars CoCam America. It is now Dow Chemical. Go check them out over there in Missouri, United States of America. The first lithium polymer plant in the United States. So not only is he creating wonderful products in the renewable energy space in terms of energy storage, but he's also creating jobs right here. He's the former director of EnerSys. Go look it up. It's the world's largest industrial battery company. He was recognized by both President Barack Obama and honored by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for his contribution to education and the idea of the Innovation Campus. Go check them out. I've got a video on our team YouTube channel. All you have to do is go to disruptivewebinar.com. Bottom right, click on the link to our YouTube channel, and you can hear his story, And the innovation campus is where they take our children, they take our young people, and they prepare them for the new and changing workplace. He's a board member and trustee at MRI Global, the managing body of National Renewable Energy Labs, which is a United States government authority on energy. So he has street cred, and this is only a tip of the iceberg. Go to exergonix.com, click on About Us, click on the team, and you're going to see people with over a century of experience in this industry and what his accomplishments truly are. So we're not talking about wannabes. We're talking about folks who are actually doing the work and being productive and making a whole lot of money and also changing the face of our planet. This, guys, really got me excited when I heard. And when I got the opportunity to meet Mr. Donald Nasaka, which was first of all in LA, very soft-spoken man, very humble, but very serious about business. Okay? I got another opportunity to meet him out in Bangkok. He's learning more and more about multi-level marketing. You know, he really wasn't interested. He really didn't want to go this route, but finally he said yes. He knew nothing about cryptocurrency and really wasn't interested in it, but now he knows more and more about it. Let's talk about Xergonix energy storage. Xergonix today, not tomorrow, not wannabe, is one of the leading producers of distributed energy storage system technology and a pioneer in this industry today. He combines advanced nanotechnology. What is nanotechnology? Remember back in the old days, we had these big, huge mainframe computers from IBM and Digital Equipment Corporation. And then here comes Microsoft, and they allow us to put all of that power into a desktop computer. And now we've got the mobile phones, which has almost the same amount of power. So the technology is getting tinier and tinier. That is what we're talking about. So he's combining this advanced nanotechnology with proven power management, which is going to enable them to provide efficient energy storage systems that are not only portable but modular, and you don't have to modify the way that you're doing business, because it can be easily tied to the existing infrastructure in your homes and in the corporations. See, ladies and gentlemen, storing energy is now easier and it's in your hands. And let me tell you, if you go to exergonix.com, because I'm not going to do this justice, if you go there and you watch that video and see what they're doing, and if you navigate their website and look at their projects that they have going on all around the world, particularly in America at this time, you know, in Hawaii in terms of solar panels, and I tell you, these guys are doing some wonderful things, and these are products that are being used today. The ESS Tower Design is a battery management system which is maintains the balance and the efficiency within each of these towers. Then they have built-in security software and thermal management to avoid overheating. Okay, it has a built-in CPU, a smart brain, if you will, which monitors all of your energy usage, and then it modifies itself accordingly, kind of like artificial intelligence. We have stackable battery here, and then you have the vertical dock where you see here we have this cassette here with all of these batteries that just stocked up here. Okay, that is going to be spewing out renewable clean energy as well. I mean, this is amazing. The lithium iron phosphate cell chemistry, this thing has the option to integrate with other chemistries as well. So go to exergonix.com and learn a bit more about those particular products. And I'm not going to focus a lot on McKinsey.com. You go there and you look up energy storage. McKinsey and Company, many of you know, is a think tank, if you will. They're one of the largest research and data collecting organizations that are out there internationally. And here's what they said about energy storage. The new economics of energy storage, where you can make money right now. All you need to do is find the opportunities that requires digging into real world data. And that is what Don Nasaka is doing with Xergonix when he start monitoring energy, carbon, all of the energy. He just monitors it, and they're doing it right now. Check it out. They've got a web-based application. Okay, they've got mobile apps, you know, that are monitoring what's going on in California. It was just truly amazing when he showed us what they were doing right now, today, not tomorrow. And see, what McKinsey said is that energy storage is the favorite technology of the future for good reasons, because one of the things is people talk about solar energy, people talking about turbine wind, people talk about hydro energy. They're wonderful, they're clean, they're green. But what if there's no wind? Then there's no energy. What if there's no sun? Then there's no energy. What if there's no hydro, no water? Then there's no energy. So how do we capitalize on that? And I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing in terms of energy storage. But first of all, I want to talk about the business structure. And this is where all the compliance and the legal and the audits and accounting come together. We have Xergonix management here on the left. So we have Xergonix Investment Ltd. It owns Xergonix 100%. Coda Energy that Don Nisanko purchased around the last quarter of last year, 2016. You can check them out over there in Monrovia, California. I'm going to talk a little more about that. We've got our Vertical. I talk about the Vertical battery docking system. We've got Neighborhood Power. For 15 years, they've been putting solar power panels on government entities, on residential entities, commercial entities. Then we have our second product that has been launched, which is Albadora Soil Healing System. We call it BioArctis. They own 50% of that. And of course, Albadora owns the other 50%. Now let's go over here on the right. All of these people that Don Nisanko knows, people that knows people who knows people, they are seeing the vision. They are investing in his company. So they created an Xergonix Investment Trust. And that investment trust owns Global Power Pte. Ltd. 100%. Global Power owns PowerOn Xpress. That's us, the direct sales arm of Xergonix. They own us 100%. But in addition to that, the really powwow that's really making a lot of people excited is the digitization of cryptocurrency, our XeCoin. Our XeCoin is actually Xergonix Holding Inc., which 50% is owned by Xergonix Investment Ltd. on the left. The other 50% is owned by Global Power here on the right. Thus, we have Xergonix Holding Inc. And I'm going to talk a lot about that. Because for all of the profits and the assets that are generated from Vertigo and Albadora BioArctis and Coda Energy and Neighborhood Power, all of that is funnel. All of the sales and the assets, the profits, is going to be backing the XeCoin's value. The first cryptocurrency with an intrinsic value. And that value is going to be based on the profitability of PowerOn Xpress of Xergonix through PowerOn Xpress. Now, how do we make this baby work? Let me show you. Today, our conventional energy plants, particularly here in America, they're really, really old. And when they operate that energy plant, they're operating 24/7, regardless of whether you're using it or not, but you're paying for it. They waste 67% of energy. We don't waste that much. We waste energy as consumers, but they waste, because of their infrastructure, 67% of all of that energy, all of that smog you see coming out of our power plants, just polluting the world and ruining our, planet, if you will. And so what PowerOn Xpress does with these containers that they have out there in Monrovia, California, and placed in other places around the world in people's communities right now today, it takes that 67% of that wasted energy. It's equivalent to taking energy and putting it in a bank account and storing it for a rainy day. And they do the same thing for solar, hydro, and wind, because I said if there's no wind, there's no energy. If there's no sun, there's no energy, no solar energy. Because when the sun goes down, where's the energy? So what they do, they take this excess energy from solar, hydro, and wind, and they capture that as well and save all of that for a rainy day. And then what happens is they produce renewable, green, clean energy and provide that to our customers through our product and service offerings, which is going to give them cheaper, cleaner, better energy. And then in turn, the more they do that, the more profitable they become, the more people are happy by our products and are using them, and we are saving the planet. At the same time, it's backing up the value of the XeCoin. So when we started, it was 10 cents. I believe it's about 14 cents at this time. Okay? And it's going to increase as long as we continue doing what we're supposed to be doing, because I know Don is going to do what he's supposed to do with or without us. You follow me on this? So let's talk about the products. You see this 40-foot long container I talked about? You can go and see these. They are out there already. They have these stackable battery packs in them. These distributed energy storage systems are there already. It's amazing. You can actually walk through this container. And they're self-contained, they're modular. The lithium-ion batteries that are in your phone, they have a 2-year lifespan. Because the more you use it and charge it, the more it degrades and degrades and degrades, and you got to throw it away. Now they're making phones where you can't even open them up to change the battery. You have to get rid of the phone. So who's profiting on that? And so these batteries are self-contained. They're 10-year lifespan, because with a 2-year lifespan, you can't do anything in the industrial sector with a product that has a 2-year lifespan. So we have 10 years here. It powers an entire neighborhood, one of these containers, which is approximately 400 homes. Go look it up. Go to EXERGONIX.com, click on products, and click on utility to learn more about this DESS. Okay, the distributed energy storage system. It is truly amazing. Okay. So the first product we see is this. When you come on board and when you purchase a power plan or a PP, you're going to receive, we do not sell XeCoins. What we are selling, what Xergonix and PowerOn Xpress are selling are XEUs, exchange energy units. We're all about the energy. And so what are XE units? They are what you get when you buy a power plant, a proprietary unit of energy, initially 1 watt, that you can utilize to buy the vertical line of products. And they're putting that in our back office and assigning commissions to those. So that should be coming soon. Or we can utilize the trading platform, the XEU trading platform, to buy and sell XEUs and also to get cash and to earn XeCoins. So again, you can trade them amongst the members on the XEU platform, and there are some folks out there, even some people who are in the cryptocurrency industry writing these blogs. These are bloggers who are telling you that if indeed a company or developer of a cryptocurrency owns 100% of that cryptocurrency, they're saying it's a scam coin. They're saying because they can pump and dump and run up the price and all kinds of things. Yes, absolutely. 40% of all cryptocurrency on all of the public exchanges fail because they're only based on supply and demand. Remember, they know absolutely nothing about marketing. There's nothing that markets it. There are some scam coins that are out there where they put them up there and they pump up the price. You go buy them, and then they bring that price back down, and you're left holding an empty bag. That is not what we're about. We're about a 20, 50-year plan. We're about energy. We're about saving the planet. And so the goal is actually to keep all of the XEUs and the XeCoins in the hand of the members. You're going to get first dibs. You're going to get the advantage. You're going to be the loyal members. And that's just what we do in anything. Look at the stock markets. Look at NASDAQ. Look at New York Stock Exchange. Do you think they're going around giving people stock for nothing? Well, maybe if you're an employee at a company, you get stock options that nobody else has access to. It's the same thing. So that we're going to be able to trade this amongst ourselves. And right before they took the trading platform down because they had a little bug in it, it's coming back up on the 10th. We were selling our XEUs from 14 to 19 cents. People were back there. There were so many people back there doing exchanges. It was really, really exciting. We were really disappointed when it went down, but it's coming back up with the wallet. Or you convert it to XeCoins and transfer it to that new web hot wallet I was telling you about. Or you can take those XEUs and redeposit them into the loyalty program I'm going to talk about. Or in the end, in the near future, we're going to be able to trade them on public exchanges. So we're going to allow our products, our assets, to drive the price of the XEUs, which in essence is going to drive the price of the XeCoins. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. And then we're going to allow the market forces, the public market forces of supply and demand to drive the price even further as they become more and more familiar with XeCoins and with Exergonix and with the products that we're bringing to the table. This is a real company. It is not for play. It's not just a cryptocurrency. It's not just another company. We've got those three disruptive industries all combined. Let's talk about the second product. The first product Xe used. The second product is the soil healing system. If you take a look here on the left here, this crop was treated with BioArctis. On the right, your traditional fertilizers or just growing as it would normally grow. You see that tremendous increase in crop yield. SGS is the research arm. They've been researching this for 30 years. Go look it up because I did my due diligence. There are a lot of patents out there. I read the patents. I wanted to be sure that this thing was real. Yes, the Norwegian scientist, he's been doing this research for 30 years. Then when you take a look at, do a Google search for biomembrane, do a Google search for albedo effect, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Look up patents as well. So you see these potatoes, the same thing, much larger than your traditional potatoes in the same amount of time. Same thing for these plants. Okay, I wanted to get back from Bangkok and start planning because we had some warm weather here in Chicago, but as soon as I got back, it got cold again. So I know I have some friends and colleagues out there in Florida, and they're having a great time with their 3x3 side-by-side gardens, and they're testing the BioArctis product. It's really cool because it's like a fluffy white powder, if you will, and you sprinkle it the same way as you do fertilizer, but with fertilizer, you're killing the planet and you're killing the people. So you just spray that over your crop, over the farmland. Imagine it cools down the planet. It also positively affects the water supply. It's 100% organic. There's a patented technology. Look up the patents. Worldwide exclusivity. We're going to be the only ones who are going to be able to provide this to our families, our friends, our communities. Vertigo is the third product that's going to be launched. But see, Vertigo has many, many pieces to it. Peak power demand in terms of the batteries, general energy storage in terms of the dock and these cassettes with these batteries in it, hydro. We've got the portable power because we're going to have the kiosk. We got the mobile and the web apps, and we're going to be able to track, measure, and share information about our energy usage and how we're cutting down and decreasing the carbon emissions in our everyday life, in our communities, and our businesses. Vertigo is going to be Vertigo Pro, and the whole complete package will be launched around 2018, ladies and gentlemen. But Vertigo Lite is going to be the third product that's going to come out in 2017. That's going to allow us here to charge our phones. I have two Samsung Galaxy. I have the S7 Edge, and I've got the Galaxy Note 5. And I tell you, both of them, I have to charge at least 5 times a day. It's crazy. And so I would love to have this product because it's renewable, clean energy, untethered from the plug in my wall. And now I can charge my mobile phones. I can charge my tablets. You can charge your laptops. You'll be able to charge all your iPads and iPods and what have you. I have 4 computers as well. So this is going to save me a lot of money and a lot of time. And I'm saving the planet at the same time. Okay, so that's Vertigo. The next product that's going to be launched, product number, is this 4? Yes, it's 4, I believe. It's the Cube, which is actually integrated with the Vertigo product line. It's the first ever tool for monetizing your own private carbon footprint. And why is that important? I want you guys to do some research and educate yourself and go look up carbon credits. I'm going to give you a little background about it. It's going to, this tool is going to allow us to measure inside our own apartment, our own homes, our buildings, our corporations that we own, our businesses. So why is that important, Faith? Why do I care about measuring that? Let me tell you the reason why it's important. Right now, today, and it's been happening for quite some time now, government agencies will give you carbon credits when you can show them that you're actually beneath the baseline of carbon emissions. So they'll tell you what the baseline is, and they say if you go above it, and they do this for corporations, and they do this for groups, and they do it for organizations. We are a group. We are PowerOn Xpress. And so we're going to be able to monitor, okay, all of our usage from residential, commercial, transportation, coal, petroleum, and natural gas. We're going to be able to monitor that. As a matter of fact, EXERGONIX is monitoring all of California right now, at least Southern California, I believe. Okay? So now what happens is the agency takes a look at all of our numbers, all of our data. Remember, I told you that energy storage, those who are able to capture the data and dig into the data, they're going to make the most money, and that is what Xergonix is doing. We provide as a group this information of our savings to the government agencies, and what happens? They're going to give us carbon credits. What are carbon credits? They're an asset. They're actually a financial instrument, and as a matter of fact, that they are traded actively. Go look it up. So that is another way that we're going to add to the value of what? Our XeCoin. This is just going to be amazing. Can you imagine all of the consumers, all of the people, all of us in Xergonix and PowerOn Xpress who are helping to save the planet, to clean up the planet, to provide green renewable energy I mean, this is going to be truly amazing. It's going to increase the price of our coin. Let's talk about phase two. Phase two, we talk about the kiosk and all other products and services that they're going to bring out to the table. But many of you know that a well thought out plan is essential for success. You can have it in your head all you want to. I used to be hard-headed, think I have it in my head. But when I started writing it down, then my success started catapulting to the moon, to the sky. It started increasing because now I have something that I can track. This is Don Nisanka's track record in the industry. So he's not just a guy who came onto the scene yesterday. Back in 2003, he started with nanocell development, automotive powertrain. His technology, battery technology, was used in the first electric automobile, which was the Lotus. He also had some automobiles he talks about in the video at the event, where people always talk about Tesla. He says Tesla was not the next electric automobiles, electric vehicles. He created electric vehicles that were going, I think he said, from 60 to 104 seconds. I may be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a car person. I love fast cars, but I'm not particular about the technology of the fast cars. Yes, they built those cars as well. In addition to that, they were in contracts with the United States Defense Department because all of our military men and women out there, they were wearing these battery packs around their waist, which were heavy as all heck out there in the field. So what he did was, utilizing nanotechnology and his battery storage system, they also were able to decrease the weight and the size of these batteries. So now the batteries were no longer heavier than the bullets that they were carrying around to defend our freedoms. The same thing with aerospace application. They had contracts in the aerospace industry as well. They had batteries in these jets, and there are batteries in these jets today that are being utilized. That's Don Nisanka. Battery management systems, 2010, 2012, solar power purchase agreements. Many of you don't know what PPAs are. Purchase agreements are when you go to an organization or you go to a corporation and you say, hey, let me save you some money, okay? And this is how much money you're going to save over a span of 5 years, 10 years, or a year, or what have you. And they say, hey, I really, really like that. And so what Xergonix is going to do, they're going to provide us with training. You don't have to take it, but I am, because that's an additional stream of income. Imagine you introducing these leads to Xergonix. They close the PPAs, the power purchase agreements. We don't have to deal with that, but they teach us about it. They're going to have classes about it so we can know how to speak about it, that this is what we want to do. And we get these clients to come in. Imagine you're going to be making money for 20 years. 50 years, as long as the corporations are in existence and continue to renew their power purchase agreements. They have those out there already. We have some in Hawaii. solar panels being put up by Neighborhood Power, for example, energy storage system development, the Smith electric vehicle 2014, the stackable modular battery storage systems here. Coda Energy was acquired by Don Nasaka in 2016. I believe they were going through a bankruptcy. They had hundreds of millions of dollars were given to them, but because of the money and the cash that is required to run these manufacturing facilities, they kept running out of money. So Don Nasaka said, hey, I'll buy it. So we purchased all of their assets, and now it belongs to EXERGONIX. How wonderful is that? Cube deployment, I just talked about that. That's going to be rolled out in 2017 where we get those carbon credits. Vertigo Light is going to launch in 2017 right before the cube deployment. The software for the monitoring is being currently tested at this time. In 2017, that's going to be ready. So they've got a lot going to be in store in 2017 and also 2018 and beyond when we're talking about home systems. They have today, you know, when you go into your closet, those of you who have a home and you have furnaces, and you have that furnace in that closet, right? Imagine having something at about that size, a rectangular shape standing up, and that is your power system. Imagine that in your garage. Imagine that in your furnace closet as well. Home systems. Now we're talking about really hitting the consumer market. 2018. The Vertigo kiosk where I can go and I can take my discharged batteries. I can drop them off in that kiosk and I can reach in that kiosk and I can get more charged batteries for renewable clean energy. And it knows who I am because I have the mobile app, which is like an ATM machine. It says, yes, this is Faith Sloan. She has this many energy credits. Now she used up the energy credits because she's buying more energy. It knows who you are. It's tracking your energy, and that's going to help us also with getting additional carbon credits. There's also going to be power purchase agreements with other renewables. Remember, I talked about solar, I talked about hydro, I talked about solar, hydro, as well as wind. Okay, 2020. So what he's saying is, you know, you look at a lot of network marketing companies, a lot of companies in general, they have these 2 year and 5 years plan. He's talking about a 20-year, 50-year play, ladies and gentlemen. This is the timeline for his future. This is the timeline for our future. So how do you get involved right now today? You're going to purchase a PP1, a Power Plan 1, or a Power Plan 2, or a Power Plan 3. Our most popular is the Power Plan 5, all the way up to the Power Plan 7. So if you come in, many of you have already been in. When you came in with a PP1, you got 1,000 XEUs because it was 10 cents. The 99 goes to the company, so I ignore that. So 100 euros divided by 0.10 is 1,000. 5,000 euros divided by 0.10 is 50,000 XEUs, and many of us have 50,000, 100,000 XEUs right now today. But now there is no static amount you're going to get. Today, what they do is they look at the previous Friday, and if the price previous Friday is 14 cents, they're going to take that 5,000 divided by 0.14. I believe it's about 37,500 or something like that. You're not going to get 50,000. When the price the previous Friday is $1, they're going to take the 5,000 and divide it by 1, and you're going to get 5,000 XEUs. That's why I say timing is of the essence. Those of you who are on the fence about upgrading to a higher package, those of you who are on the fence about joining and coming on board with PowerOn Xpress to build your future here, you are missing out. It was 50,000 XEUs. Just like when Krispy Kreme came on the market, just like when Microsoft came out on the market and did an IPO, initial public offering, just like Amazon, just like eBay, just like IBM, just like Apple Computer, just like many of those thousands of companies on NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange and on international stock exchanges, when you come in on day one and you're buying the stock at $10, hallelujah, because if it goes up to $100, the guy who comes in at 100 won't get as much value as you do today. Like when I purchased Bitcoin, remember I told you I could have gotten it for free or even 1 cent. I didn't start purchasing it till it was $600. Well, yes, I've doubled my investment because it's like $1,200, but imagine if I would have got it for 1 cent. And that's where we are today. So it's no longer 10 cents, ladies and gentlemen. So you're not going to get 50,000 XEUs anymore on this PP5. The timing is now, and everybody who comes in with a PP5 or higher, you're going to get a free debit card. Everyone's going to have access to that debit card to withdraw their money to in their back office in poweronnetwork.biz. This is the way it works. This is how the market forces work, ladies and gentlemen, because they're not just going to be creating a price of our XEUs. This is all going to be based on reality. You bet. So we're going to talk about the loyalty award program. When you come in, let's say you purchase that PP5, Power Plan 5, you get your 5,000. Now remember, you can always upgrade from a PP1 to a PP3 or PP1 to a PP8, you can PP7. You can always upgrade. And I say this is the prime time to upgrade when the price is low for XEUs. Remember, I told you this in a year from now. So after 30 days, on the first 30 days, all of your XEUs are locked. You can't do anything with them. After 30 days, you can go to the trading platform and freely sell or trade them. Because what they're going to do, they're going to unlock 10% of your XEUs every month. I'm going to show you about that. The loyalty reward, this is another timing factor. You need to get in here now. Here's why. Until August 2017, you're going to receive 1.5% extra XEUs every single week on all of your locked XEUs. And I'm going to tell you how it works. I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to give you a real life hypothetical example. So this is just an example. Let's say, for example, you have a PP5, a Power Plan 5. You have 50,000 XEUs, okay? Right? Every week, the next week from the time that you've come on board, they're going to give you 750 more XEUs, 1.5% every single week. The second week, 750 more. The third week, 750 more. The fourth week, 750 more. That's a total of 3,000 extra XEUs you got just because you're loyal, just because you've got in early, just because you're in the program. And so what is that? That's 3,000 XEUs. But remember, at the end of 30 days, they're going to take your 50,000 XEUs that are locked. They're going to unlock 10%, which is what? 10% of 50,000 is 5,000. So now you have 5,000 plus 3,000, which is 8,000 unlocked XEUs. So what can I do with these XEUs? I can take all 8,000, put them back in. So now I have 53,000 XEUs, which is going to earn 1.5% the next week, 1.5% the next week. That is a loyalty reward when you throw it back into the program. You don't have to throw all 8,000 back in there, for example. You can maybe do 3,000, maybe do 2,000, maybe 1,500. It's all up to you, okay? But I know that if I put them all back in, I'm going to get 1.5% every week on everything that's locked, all of my locked XEUs until August 2017. Why not capitalize on that loyalty reward program, okay? Now I'm going to get 1.5% of, let's say, 5 plus 3 is 8,000, 45,000 plus 8,000 is 53,000. 1.5% times 53,000 is what I'm going to get every week, okay? Now, every month, 10% of your original XEUs, not the 53,000, but your original XEUs, which was 50,000, will be unlocked. So 5,000 will be unlocked every month for 10 months. Okay? You follow me on that. But the 1.5% weekly reward is going to be applied to everything that you have in your locked XEUs. This is amazing. So what can you do with these XEUs? Again, re-enter the program, like I said. Purchase products from the store that they're putting back there any day now. Sell 500 XEUs at a time per transaction, but you can have multiple transactions, so it's fine. They just want to give everybody the opportunity to sell, but only 500 at a time per transaction on the trading platform. I have a video on how to sell XEUs on the trading platform, how to buy XEUs, how to buy XeCoins, and how you can make money, and how you can make XeCoins, and how you can get additional XEUs. So go to disruptivewebinar.com. On the bottom right, you're going to find a link to our YouTube channel. and you're going to find that video that talks about selling and buying XEUs and XeCoins. Okay, that is the XEU platform. On the 10th of this month, March, today's the 7th, I think, or it's today the 9th. Today's the 9th. On the 10th, it should be up and running again. Now, many of you just like everything I've told you. You loved it and you've already run. Tell them to come back here because there is another stream of income. You may not be interested in network marketing. That's okay. That's okay. I am, because I know if I am going to be engaged in network marketing, I'm going to help increase the cost of that coin, of the XEUs, and thus the cost of the XeCoins, because I'm going to be providing products and services so those people, the consumers and the corporations, the small, large, medium-sized business. But I'm also, more importantly, going to get an additional 3 additional streams of income. Why leave money on the table? But it's all up to you. We have folks who are excited about renewable energy. They're excited about the products, so they're going to be in the network marketing arm. We have folks who are excited about the cryptocurrency who may or may not be in the network marketing piece. But once they see what I have to show them, they will. But there's a rumor that network marketing is dead. But let me tell you, stop reading rumors. Stop listening to people on the internet. Stop reading the blogs with no facts. Look at some real world facts. Global retail sales in this world have reached $183 billion in 2015. That's an increase of almost 8% since what? 2014. 2015, 103 million people are involved in network marketing around the world, and that's up about 4.4% from 2014. So, ladies and gentlemen, network marketing isn't dead. Here is proof of that as well. Global retail sales as a result of network marketing in the Asia Pacific market is 46%. Imagine if network marketing was dead and all of that fell off the planet. That would cut their global retail sales by what? I tell you, it would adversely affect Asia Pacific market and their economy. In Europe, 19%. In the Americas, North America, South America, and Central America, 34%. And don't let this sliver here of the African and the Middle East, they are growing exponentially. Okay? So global retail sales in network marketing is not by any means dead. But what I'm going to show you is an unmatched compensation plan that offers you an infinity direct sales bonus. That means on every person you personally refer to PowerOn Xpress and sell XEUs to, you're going to get a direct sales bonus. For every person that you build in your team in the binary or the dual team, you're going to get bonuses. You're going to get a matching bonus on everybody that you bring in personally and that they bring in and they bring in. You're going to match their checks every week. How about that? And I've already talked about the weekly loyalty award that is associated with the XEUs. So, ladies and gentlemen, get off to a fast start. It would never be easier nor more lucrative than it is right now today. When people come in today or you upgrade today with the PP5 or the PP6 or PP7, you're going to get 10% extra XEUs. And this deal is off the table after May 31st. On June 1st, it's off the table. May 31st is the last day. So don't sleep on this, because opportunity is key, and you acting upon that opportunity is definitely critical, because we know timing is everything. So now, for the sake of network marketers who are here and people who don't know anything about network marketing but just want to hear about it, I already talked about how many XE units you're going to get, which is dependent upon the value of the XEU the previous Friday. I already talked about the price of the power plans. Now, when you bring in someone with a power plan 1 for 199 euros, you're going to be credited with 100 in personal sales. Bring in somebody with the PP5, you're going to be credited with 5,000 in personal sales. Bring in someone at PP7, you're going to be credited with 50,000 in personal sales. PP3, 800 in personal sales. Remember these numbers because they're easy to attain. And in our binary, our dual team bonus, if you come in at a PP1 and you're jamming, the most you can make in the binary is 1,000 euros every week. That's just the binary where we have a cap. If you have a PP5, for example, Power Plan 5 that you purchase for 5,000 euros, the most you can make on a weekly basis is 30,000 euros. I believe that's about 30, I don't know, what is that, $35,000? I don't know, something like that. The 5,300, 5 times 6, 53 times 6, 18, 50,000. Yeah, 30, 40. It's about $40,000. I don't know, something of the sort. Do the math. Go to Google, do a search for euros conversion to USD or euros conversion to British pound or wherever you are, euros conversion to Nigerian naira, etc. Okay, that's a lot of money on a weekly basis. Would that help you? Would 3,000 a week help you if you purchase the PP2? Why, of course, it will help you and your family. You got to get to work. Now, you're going to earn between 10 and 12% in the dual team, the binary, okay, on the pay leg. And if you come in with the PowerPoint on Power Plan 5, 6, or 7, they're going to give you a free debit card. And I talked about that already. So I put in this extra slide of your goals. And I think it's essential that you write it down and pay attention. There's a reason for my madness here. Your first goal when you come on board is to quickly get 2,000 in personal sales. How are you going to get 2,000 personal sales? Well, shucks, you bring in somebody with a Power Plan 5, that's 5,000 personal sales. Bring in somebody with a PP4, that's 2,600. Bring in 3 people with a PP3, that's 8 times 3, that's 2,400 in personal sales. Bring in a PP3 and a couple of PP2s. Bring in some PP1s. So it's easy to get 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. That's easy. Everybody should be able to do that on day one. Bring in one guy. You met that goal, and there's a reason why I picked 2,000. 6,000 personal sales, easy, piece of cake, and bring in 2 personals, 2 referrals. 10,000 is your third goal in personal sales. These are people you're personally bringing in yourself, and go for getting 6 personal referrals. There's a reason for that. And then your next goal will be 25,000, then 50,000, and then beyond to 100,000 to 250,000 in personal sales. But let's focus on these. Write them down. I'll give you a second. 2,000 personal sales, 1 referral. 6,000 personal sales, 2 referrals. 10,000 personal sales of XEU power plans, 6 referrals. And then 25,000. 50,000. Write that down, keep it on your computer, put it on your wall somewhere in your office. Now, here's how it works. When you bring in John and you bring in Judy and you bring in Bob and you bring in Robert and you bring in Karen, you bring all of these guys, they are considered your direct referrals, your personal referrals. They are your first generation. So immediately you're going to receive 5%. So if John purchased a 5,000 euros PP5, you're going to get 250 euros. If Judy purchased a PP1 for 199, your personal sales attributed to you is 100, you're going to get 5 euros. So the bigger the power plans, the more money you're going to get. Everything you do, you're going to dictate how much you're going to get paid. Now, once you get 6,000 personal sales, remember I told you that's one of the goals, right? Once you get 6,000 in personal sales, which is really easy, then you're going to be able to earn on your second generation. What is the second generation? All of the people that you personally brought in, they're considered your first generation. When they bring in their first generation, all of their personal referrals, that is considered your second generation, and you're going to make 3% in direct sales bonus from them. When all of the people in your second generation start getting to work and they bring in folks on their first generation, their personally refers, that's considered your third generation. Remember that third goal I told you was 10,000 in personal sales. Now you're going to get 2% on all of them. So imagine on your first generation, 5%, 5%, 5%, second generation, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, third generation, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's a lot of money. This is your goal, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to make some money here. Now, in order to make even more money, you've got to have 100,000 in personal sales, and you'll get that over time. Some people can get it in a month. Some people can get it in a week. Others may take 6 months. Others, it may take a year. It all depends on how fast and hard you run coming out of the gate. So from the 4th generation all the way down, on all of those people down, from generation 10, generation 20, generation 15, generation 1 million, you're going to get 1% on all of the direct sales bonus. But for the infinity, you must have a Power Plan 5. But as you're making money, if you come in with a Power Plan 3, you can always upgrade for Power Plan 5. So that is part of the steps you're going to take. That is part of the plan you're going to lay out for yourself in writing. That is how that works. Okay? The dual team bonus is what we call what? That is what we call the binary. What is the qualification to earn in the binary? It's plain and simple. Dual means two, right? Binary means two. You need to bring in the guy on the left and the gal on the right. That's it. A person on the left and a person on your right team. You've got two teams. Person on the left and person on the right. Two people. Remember I told you your first goal is to get 2,000 in one person. Your second goal is 6,000. You have two people. The quicker you get the two folks in, okay, the quicker you get the two people in, the quicker you're going to be making money in that direct sales I just showed you, but also here in another stream of income. So let's say, for example, you bring in John and Judy and George and Bob. Let's just say John and Judy, two people, one on the left and one on the right. And let's say they're jamming too, okay? But you didn't bring those people in. They're bringing all these people in and they're jamming. And let's say you're looking and you've got now 6,000 in group sales. How does group sales differ from personal sales? Personal sales is folks that you personally bring in. Group sales is sales that all of the folks that you're bringing in and that they're bringing in and that they're bringing in create. So we're talking about leveraging. You are not alone. So let's assume you have 6,000 group sales on your left and 5,000 group sales on your right. What the system does is it look at your lesser leg, which is your pay line, your pay leg. So which is the lesser, the 5,000 on your right or the 6,000 on your left? The 5,000 on the right is your lesser leg. They're going to give you that Friday 10% of 5,000 of the group sales. 10% of 5,000 is what? 500 euros. Just in the binary alone. I'm not talking about your direct sales. I'm talking about just in the dual team bonus. This is amazing. Everything I've shown you guys is amazing, all the way from the XEUs and the 1.5%, weekly loyalty rewards and the 10% unlocked. And now we're talking about the direct sales and the infinity direct sales, people working together. Now you're making money in the dual team or in the binary as bonuses. This is truly amazing. Imagine when you have 60,000 in group sales on your left and 50,000 on your right, where you're going to now get what? A 5,000 euros check that week just in the binary. But remember, if you get 5,000 in group sales and you're only a PP1, remember you can only make 1,000. You're capped at 1,000 euros a week. So don't get caught. Manage your business. You see people jamming and you're jamming, you better get over there and upgrade and get another power plan, because you don't want to leave any money on the table. That's it for the binary. Now, this is more exciting. This is what we talk about leverage, and Zig Ziglar talks about leverage as well. This is when we're talking about the matching bonus. When your team gets paid, you get paid even though you had nothing at all to do with all of the work that they're doing, except for you're going to support them. You're going to help them get the tools that they need to prosper. They want you on the phone. You're going to be on that phone because you want them to make money. Why? All of those people that you brought in on your first generation, right? Remember, you brought in these folks personally. They're your personal referrals. They're your first generation. Let's say John you brought in personally, and John received 1,000 euros check at the end of the week. Let's say, okay? You're going to get 5% of that. What is that, 50 euros? Yes, that goes in your pocket too. Let's say that John, he brought in Susie. Susie made 10,000, let's say, for example. So if Susie made 10,000, you're going to get 5,000 euros. Let's say that Susie brought in Georgie Pooh. Georgie Pooh is actually your third generation. You're going to get 5% of his weekly check. Every time these people get checks, you're going to get 5% of the checks. How about that for leverage? So you want them to prosper. You want them to be successful, right? But in order for you to earn from the first through the fourth generation bonuses and infinity matching bonuses every single week, you just have to have 2,000 in personal sales. Not every month, not every day, just one time. You get 2,000 personal sales. Remember, one PP5 is 5,000 in personal sales, right? So that should be a piece of cake. But you also have to have 3 cells in your left team and 3 cells in your right team. Remember, I told you to write down what the goals were. And one of your goals were what? Get 6 personal sales. Bring in 6 referrals. So now you've got 3 people on your left and 3 people on the right that you personally brought in. Now you have 2,000 or more in personal sales. Now you are eligible to earn down to the first, second, third, fourth generation. 5% on everybody's paycheck. How about that? Now here's the bonus. For those of you who are really running fast and hard, infinity. So from the 5th generation all the way down, you're going to get 5% on all of those people. So in the 5th generation, 5%, 5%, 5%, 7th generation, 5%, 100th generation, millionth generation. As we get more and more people into PowerOn Xpress, your team is going to grow like wildfire. You're going to be increasing your personal sales at this time, okay? So you're going to have more than 6 personal sales. You're going to have a whole bunch of people working together, and you're going to start working together. People are going to start hearing more and more about PowerOn Xpress and EXERGONIX, and you're going to be making 5% on a whole bunch of people. And let's say, for example, Judy is on your team, and Julie finally made the 250,000 personal sale mark. Let's say she's on your generation 10. Guess what happens to you? You no longer will get matching bonus weekly, right, on generation 10, 11, 12, 1,000, a million. She just cut you off. But don't worry about it. You want her to work as hard as she's working. Why? Because she's on your team, remember? And you're getting all those direct sales bonus. You're getting all of those other binary bonuses. So I could care less if she surpassed me. It'll be a great competition, because then I'll just try to surpass her again. That is how it works, okay? You also have to be of emerald rank status as well, okay? So I believe emerald rank status, 250,000 in personal sales. Then you have to have some group sales as well. That's all going to come together all at the same time. So this is just going to be amazing. But what you're going to focus on is your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th generation. Focus on the small wins, celebrate. Focus on the small wins, celebrate. Write it down, check them off. Eventually, before you know it, you're going to be here, because the more you win, you won't stop. Payout rules. Every Friday, they look and see how much money you made. They put 60% into your current cash account. You're going to be able to withdraw that to your bank account. Not right now. Right now, you can withdraw to Bitcoin. If you don't know what Bitcoin is and you don't have a Bitcoin wallet, go to our Facebook group, ask people. Okay, somebody will help you. It's really easy and it's free to get a wallet set up. Go to disruptivewebinar.com. On the bottom right, click on Facebook group link. Okay, that's where we are. Now, everyone's going to get that debit card I talked about. Okay, so you can withdraw to your debit card and go shopping. And you can withdraw to your bank pretty soon. Or you can use your money to shop and buy energy-based products like the Vertigo line of products. 40% is going to be put in your reserve. All financial planners will tell you guys this over and over again, that in order to become wealthy and successful, you have to pay yourself first. We don't do that as a rule. We pay our bills first. We go out to dinner first. We splurge first. We go clubbing it first. We do all these things first, and we say, well, I don't have enough money to save. Here's what we have with the reserve account. 40% is going to be placed here. What can you do with that 40% in your reserve account? Get over there to that trading platform. I have it in my video. And you're going to be able to buy more and more XEUs. So if they're 14 cents, buy them up. That's all you can do with your reserve account. Well, they're going to get up to 20 cents. They may get up to 30 cents. They may get up to $1. They may get up to $10. A year later, 2 years later, they're $20. Buy them now. Create this piggy bank account for yourself and watch it grow, ladies and gentlemen. The potential for growth here is just something I've never seen anywhere else. And I mine coins. I hedge on many exchanges, Bitcoin, Purvita coin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, a lot of other coins, and I bet on that spread. This is going to be bigger and less work Okay, now here's the exception to the 60-40 payout rule. Your direct sales I talked about, when you bring in George, Judy, and Bob and you get that 5%, right? That you get to keep 100%. The only thing that's going to be here that gets the 40-60 payout, your infinity bonuses, your matching bonuses, your matching bonuses, your binary or dual team bonuses, but not your direct sales. You keep that 100%. So that'll be in this bucket too. Okay? Now, guys, set your target. Write down your goals. And you can also receive some amazing awards. So get out of the box. Run fast and hard. Get this beautiful vertigo dock. Man, this baby is the bomb. Look at these expensive watches. This BMW i8 Spider i8 electric car. You can get in red, blue, Inca gold, whatever color. You can get this electric bike, man, with this unbelievable suspension system, or 1 million euros home that is a smart home with solar panels. You want it in Indonesia? You want it in Florida? You want it in Hawaii? You want it in Europe? You want it in Jamaica? Wherever you want it, they'll build it for you. A smart home, 1 million euros. And what does that mean? Remember I talked about an emerald? In order for you to get that infinity matching, that you've got to have 450,000 in group sales. Group sales is not personal sales. Group sales, everybody working together all on one accord and getting here. And this watch here, 1.5 million in group sales. It really isn't a lot when people are working together. To get that smart villa at 1 million euros, 100 million, okay, to become a royal diamond. Make those your goals. Say, first, I'm going to become a leader. I need 1,000 in personal sales. We already got that checked. 2,000 in personal sales, check. What you want to do is get those people who are working with you to create 10,000 in group sales. Shucks, 10,000 group sales is what? A guy on the left and a guy on the right with a PP5. Then you want to go for silver, 5,000 in personal sales. What's 5,000 in personal sales? One guy that you brought in who has a PP5, so you get two guys with one with a PP5 and one with a PP1. Bam, now you're qualified in your binary. Now you're making money in your direct sales. Now you're actually there working too. So now you already have 40,000 in group sales, and you're working with them, and they're becoming the bronze. They have their 10,000 on their left and their right. You follow me? And so now you're there. Then your next goal, I want to make 150,000 in group sales. Let me get these guys to these webinars. Let me get my 25,000 in personal sales. On and on and on. Here, you only need 250,000 in personal sales. The key is driving the team in order to get the recognition plan and qualify there. So the main office of PowerOn Xpress is in Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a meeting, a Euro Power meeting in Cyprus, 8th of April. I've already just come back not too long ago from Bangkok, so I may not be in Cyprus, but you need to get out there because statistics and studies and research have shown that those who attend the most business meetings and get well informed and network, they win more times than those who do not. I do plan to be in Pattaya, Thailand, Global Power event in May. Be there, guy. All the particulars and the logistics are going to be coming out. So I tell you guys, the power is now in your hands. The timing is now. We've got the executive management team with the proven history of success. We've got the company EXERGONIX with the money to back up its talk. We've got the products and services that's going to back up the talk. They're doing the walk. We've got the network marketing piece over here for all of you network marketers who knows how to build teams and who are really gung-ho and they can see the vision. And for those who are not interested in network marketing, we've got that cryptocurrency, the only one that's backed by a commodity, that's backed by a hard asset, that has a real intrinsic value associated with our cryptocurrency. The power is now in your hands. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you.